What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Before I get into this video, I want to give a shout out to the brother, the man, the myth, the legend, the brother of Mason coming through with the donation to the channel via the PayPal. Much respect to him for showing love once again to Too Raw for TV. So recently, we have seen celebrities be put out there as promoters and hype men for politicians. We see it on the right and we see it on the left, but we especially see this tactic being used in the Black community. It's gotten to a point now where we don't have political leaders. The last effective political leaders that we really had that were truly for our community were taken out in the late 60s, early 70s. Or if they weren't taken out on a permanent basis, they were duped into destructive behaviors that turned them into sherm heads, turned them into addicts, and got them out of the political spectrum, and unfortunately put them in the same chaos and hysterics that afflicted millions of Americans with the drug trade and heroin and crack epidemic in the 80s and 90s. Or a more preferred tactic today, because more eyes are watching, more tongues are wagging, they just try to and will ruin you with lies, discredit you, and destroy you using the one field, the fourth estate, where there's no checks and balances. But Malcolm X warned a long time ago about how these political parties use celebrities to control the masses. They know that we feel as if we know them, whether it's through the intimacy of television or whether it's through the glory and glamour of the big screen. We feel like we know these celebrities. We believe that they're the characters that they portray, when in reality, many of them are very unscrupulous, care nothing about anything other than themselves, and they gladly will be trumpeted out and promote a candidate that has no interest in the betterment of our community in exchange for their own self-interest. Malcolm X warned about this more than 60 years ago.
Concerning the poll taken by Newsweek magazine, I think you said that this was the leaders who said that, who went with King and against Mr. Muhammad, around 90%. I just told you a little while ago, these leaders that they call leaders, this included Lena Horne, this included Dick Gregory, and this included comedians, comics, trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the white community and over the Black community by the white community, and have been made celebrities and usually say exactly what they know that the white man wants to hear. And it is an honor, actually, that they endorsed Dr. Martin Luther King and were against the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's actually an honor. Now, when you say that they also, in the same Newsweek poll magazine, I think the pollster said that he went into the Negro community and asked about the Muslims. And many Negroes whom he asked said, well, I never heard of the Muslims. Who are they? You know,
this is the rank and file we're talking about.
Now, when they got down to the rank and file, this was the answers that they got.
So he's been speaking about this for years, and it's still going on. It's just funny how Malcolm X can talk about things that were going on back in 1959, 1960, 61, 62. And amazingly, the same things are going on today, if not even worse, especially about the lack of pride in our community, the lack of shame, I should say, not lack of pride, the lack of shame in our community. And the morality, which was starting to go down a little bit then, has, don't even get me started on that, man. You know, but yeah, be wary of celebrities. Don't get me wrong, the Republicans do it too with country singers, some actors, but it's very, very prevalent on the left and especially in our communities. So don't be fooled by celebrities endorsing candidates for president. Who the hell cares about Megan Thee Stallion and Quavo and these rappers endorsing politicians? Seriously? Do you hear the subject matter in these modern rappers today? I'm not talking about the Chuck D's. I'm not talking about the intellectual rappers. I'm not talking about KRS-One. I'm not talking about, you know what I'm saying, Tupac Shakur. I'm not talking about, you know, the more intellectual and lyrical rappers, Rakim. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about these mumble mouth, ignorant, 500-word vocabulary, gold teeth knuckleheads and knuckle draggers that are being put out there as leaders of our communities, twerking, glorifying violence, not speaking of the tales of violence, not speaking of the pain and suffering that's in our community. These people are glorifying violence. It's one thing to be a storyteller, a master storyteller, and painting a picture of the trials and tribulation of the everyday life of the, you know, inner city Black youth and Black man and Black woman growing up in the hood. A tale that wasn't being put out there. But that tale is long known now. That tale has been long known and glamorized and glorified. This is oversaturation, overglorification of an ignorant culture now. And they love it and they revel in it. And it's having a detrimental and absolutely crushing, a seismically devastating effect on our young people and our culture. But anyway, tell me what you guys think.